Luka, how did the break treat you guys?
Good. Some guys, I guess, got to some warm weather. I was kind of stuck around here and did some training, so with the national team a bit, so it was good on that part. But everyone's refreshed, ready to go.
How has the season progressed, do you think? Like, where is this team at right now after starting the season with 2 losses and it's unbeaten in 3? Where do you think the team is at right now?
I think we're just scratching the surface of like the potential this team has, because I know, first 2 games we had such a great preseason. I was disappointed how we played the first 2 games because it didn't really show how we did in preseason and how we could have played. So for us to bounce back and 2 wins and a tie, last 3 should have been 3 wins. It was obviously a great bounce back, but this team has so much more, and I know we're going to be in many more games, and especially with 6 more games at home, like, we're obviously trying to get all 6 wins, but we set our own targets and we need to match them, and I know this team can match them. So we're going in the right direction, but there's so much more potential with this team.
What are you expecting from the Rapids tomorrow?
Physical game. They've obviously started off well too. New coach, I guess a different mindset, and we know they're going to be coming out flying. They're a physical team. They love to press. They have a lot of big bodies, and with the new coach and how they want to play, they're set up to have a physical and intense game. So we're expecting that.
Luka, almost 2 months of competition. How do you feel like personnel, and how's the communication with your backline?
Good. Every day improving. This is obviously a first for me starting for Toronto, and it's definitely had a lot of pressure. But if you're not in this business, if you don't want to deal with pressure, and always improve. So dealing with that, but having experienced guys in front of me and guys that I've known with Richie I've known for a long time, and having Walker and Benny back, and a good mix of young guys, and everyone's getting healthy, it's getting better. So as I said before, this team has so much more potential, and we're building every week.
Any questions on Zoom? Go ahead, James.
Thanks, Alan. Hey, Luka. Have you had to make any adjustments to get yourself into this starting role? How has your day-to-day changed at all?
Day-to-day, nothing really has changed physically. I think just mentally knowing, take every game one by one, and learn from each game, and I think I've done that every game. Obviously, we look back at each game, and you're going to want to do things differently, but if the results are coming, try to leave it in the past and focus on the next game. So it's definitely a tougher mentality when you're starting, and you have no time to really think about the game you just played. It's about the next game. So getting used to that and getting used to being the starter is really, really difficult, but it's a position I'd love to be in, and I'm ready for it every day. So.
Go ahead.
Luka, this 9-match stretch, there's 9 matches left before the big pause for the World Cup. The schedule starts to get a little bit hectic. There's some big games coming up. The Canadian Championship against Ottawa is coming up as well. How are you looking at this little period before the World Cup?
We've already talked about it, like going into the year, even in preseason, this is probably the most important time for us. We know, last year we had a stretch in May where we had a lot of home games in a row, and we didn't capitalize, and it kind of hurt us in the end. But yeah, we're solely focused on these next, I think it's 8 games left. So yeah, getting as many points and really finishing off the first half of the season before the World Cup strong, and this is one of our main goals, because like I said, we know it's probably the most important time of the year. So getting through to the next round, can champ, and getting as many points as we possibly can before the break is the most important to us right now.